Welcome to the Poisoner's Cabinet. I'm Sinead.
And I'm Nick.
And this is your weekly podcast exploring the lives of the great poisoners, macabre murders, and captivating crimes from across the centuries, and creating curious cocktails inspired by the tale that we tell. And it's episode 286.
Hooray!
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 Lovely. How are you, Nick?
I'm very well.
Yeah, well, are you happy and mellow and good?
I'm ticking along.
Yes. Very
Yes.
good.
Yes. Fine.
Pleasant week.
Pleasant. Fine. So I've been very fine. It's almost the weekend.
You had a very nice week because it was your birthday.
It was my birthday. Yes, it was my birthday. So thank you very much to everyone who sent me lovely messages. That was very kind. So thank you all. But yes, it was a delightful time.
Very good. Any poisonings this week?
No, it's my
Post-birthday
birthday.
poisonings?
No, I think me too much cake.
Did you actually have any cake?
I did.
Oh, what did you have?
We had a chocolate cake.
Oh, chocolate cake.
Yes, I bought one when my brother came to see.
Oh, nice.
Yes, chocolate cake.
Right, you just sat there eating it with your hands.
Pretty much.
Great. I love it.
It was a good time.
Excellent. Well, speaking of just eating cake with your hands and being pretty okay about it, I think we should thank our delicious Patreon subscribers.
Yes, indeed. So this week we have to say thank you very much to Klutzy Chaos, which is a good name.
To Isabel T.
To Salafina LaFay.
To Jilly.
To Fernando Rodriguez.
And to Brooke Adams. Very good names this week.
Names, yes.
I know you're all born with these names, maybe.
Well, Klutzy Chaos, probably not.
No, she is.
That's
she is.
birth name, we're thinking.
That was it. They were like, let's call it Mrs. Chaos. What should you call your child? I should call her Klutzy. Klutzy, them, maybe.
Okay.
But yes, those are good names because they feel like they could all be in a fun, cozy fantasy story.
Right.
They probably own a series of bakeries and taverns, and shenanigans ensue when goblins come to town.
What a delightful picture you're painting.
Exactly. One of you write it and we'll read it. We had fun on Patreon this week. We spoke of the riots.
Did we?
The most terrible...
the fizzy riots.
The fizzy good riots.
I think
the
of that.
fizziest riots of all time. We talked about the Champagne riots of the early 1900s. And it was a wild story about booze and people rioting in the streets because of the champagne-ness. And it's a random piece of history, but it was fun.
Always jolly.
If you want to know what the hell we're talking about, do consider joining us on patreon.com/The Poisoner's Cabinet, where you get extra episodes from us every single week, as well as bags of bonus content. We have a book club on there. We have a wonderful community where everyone chats and shares stories. It's a lovely place to be, and it is a way of supporting the show. It is flexible. There are different tiers that you can access. It's lovely. Well, look, are you ready?
Probably.
To drink cocktails and talk about poison?
Probably.
Oh, we could drink poison and talk about cocktails.
Probably.
Should we go with the first one?
Yeah, right.
I could use a cocktail. Woo! Hooray, hooray, hooray. It is Nick's story this week, and we can't possibly have a story without a cocktail in hand. As you know, dear listeners, every week we choose a secret ingredient that is inspired by the tale that we tell, and it will flavour our cocktail of the week. Nick, the secret ingredient is...
It's some tasty breakfast.
Breakfast!
Breakfast.
Breakfast!
Who doesn't love a breakfast?
Oh, I enjoy a breakfast.
No,
is it your favourite meal of the day?
I know, because I very rarely have a breakfast.
You don't have a breakfast that much.
No.
I don't have a lot of breakfast either.
Yeah.
But I admire a breakfast.
I enjoy like a weekend breakfast. When like going out for like a breakfasty brunchy type of thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's very encouraging.
I enjoy a hotel buffet breakfast.
Yeah.
Those are wild. I will eat things that I would not normally eat at breakfast because it's all just
because
there.
It's there.
No.
I'll have a selection of cheeses at breakfast. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Bring it on.
I will have a smorgasbord for breakfast. Want a sushi? Bring it
Bring it on. Some
Absolutely.
Noodles, bring it on.
Did I ever tell you the time when I went to Malaysia with an ex-boyfriend? And it was a lovely hotel, big breakfast spread, and they had some curry for breakfast. Yeah. And my boyfriend at the time was like, oh! And he got so much curry and ate it, he started sweating curry later.
Nice.
It's actually brown stuff came out of his pores.
That's unpleasant.
And I was like, that is quite odd that has happened to you. And he's like,
that's not encouraging. Okay. Don't have too much curry for breakfast, everyone.
No, I'm a big fan of lunch personally.
Lunch is also a good one.
Lunch is a good one. Well, with breakfast.
Yes.
Breakfast.
Yes.
As your ingredient, your inspiration. What have you come up with?
We're going to have an English breakfast.
Okay. Are we actually going to have an English breakfast?
Yeah.
You're going to do a fry up?
Well, this is, we shall see.
What goes on an English breakfast? Right, what are the things?
Some lovely eggs.
Okay, some lovely eggs.
And some bacon.
Bacon, right.
And maybe a sausage.
Maybe okay. Oh, Jesus
and some
Christ.
toast.
Uh-huh.
And maybe some black pudding.
Uh-huh.
And a mushroom.
Okay.
Not a fan of beans, so I'm gonna give the beans a skip.
Okay. What else?
That'll probably do me.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe some potatoes. Some like a hash brownie
extra
type thing, potentially.
hash brown, yes, like that. No tomato?
No, I'm not a fan.
No
I don't
grilled
mind.
tomato?
Yeah, I'll have it, but it's not my go-to
A
thing.
grilled like cherry tomato.
Potentially.
That sort of thing, like a roasted
Yes, I could
one.
probably do that. Would be good. But I can't be doing beans. Or they just give you like a big tomato. It's like, bleh.
Yeah, just fucking have that.
Have a
Yeah, yeah.
tomato. Like, no,
Just
I don't want
seared a
that.
bit,
Yeah,
vaguely.
no, I don't want that.
An Ulster fry, you have just extra breads of all
I mean,
varieties. there.
I'm absolutely extra breads of all things.
Toast,
It's
soda
fine.
bread, potato farls, obviously.
Yeah.
White pudding, you got to have in there. And then just probably some potatoes and an extra loaf. Just that. And a gallon of tea.
And a fillet. And a gammon steak.
No, it says you're taking the focus away from the breads there, mate. No more proteins. No, that's not how it works. Wonderful. Well, you've made me hungry.
Yes.
I think it is high time for us to strut into the Poisonous Cabinet kitchen and shake up a storm, so we'll see you in a minute.
We shall see you in a bit.
And we're back.
Hello.
So, Nick, the English breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast.
It doesn't look like an English breakfast.
There is a depressing lack of sausages, I feel.
I know. Normally you have a sausage on the go here.
Yeah, I know, not today.
Boy. But, no sausages in the air fryer?
No sausages in the air fryer. It's
Oh, I'm hungry.
very
Could
depressing.
use a snack.
Very sad.
I might get cheese in the break. And when I say cheese, it's the sliced
Go
plastic
and eat
cheese.
some more cheese.
I might in a minute. Right. So I'm picking up. It's what is that? Amber?
Yes, I would
Orange?
say it's got slightly orangey hue.
An orangey hue. Now, how do you feel about this?
Questionable.
Yeah, because it could be like an orange drink that you have with your breakfast or the yolk of the egg, but it smells interesting. It smells fruity, I
Smells
guess.
breakfasty.
I know there's lemon in it
There is lemon in it.
because you demanded lemon
So
be
I said,
brought.
I need to go and buy a lemon.
I don't know. You could use it for personal use, but who
This
knows?
is true.
All right, well, let's dive in.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's actually quite nice.
That's pleasant.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
No, that is nice. Nice fruity. Is it orange? Like I feel it tastes like a clementine or something. That's my first thought.
No orange.
No orange.
No
That is
orange.
okay. Well,
Oh, I'm pleasantly surprised.
then that is really nice.
Because I thought we've had a lot of quite heavy brown drinks recently.
Brown, yes.
So I purposely went for something that I thought might be a bit lighter. But actually, that's very pleasant.
That is really. I swear to God, that tastes like a satsuma. Do you see what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I really do.
Like a mandarin-y satsuma, got that lovely
I
front
could
taste.
neck that if I'm not careful.
Yes, it's a very much a down in one kind of drink. Doesn't have a lot at the end. Doesn't taste very strong,
Well,
so I'm worried.
Yeah, it doesn't taste strong at all, but that's
Oh God,
good.
really good. Okay, so lemon.
There's lemon.
Did lemon? What? I have no idea what else in this. If there's no orange,
3 other things.
so no triple sec.
No triple sec. No
triple sec.
orange flavourings of any
hell.
variety.
What is that? Is it something else fruity?
No.
No, floral.
Yes.
Flower. Elderflower?
Elderflower.
Elderflower, there we go. Elderflower and lemon together. 2 other things?
2 other things.
2 other things. Twiggy?
Nope.
Not twiggy.
Well,
Vermouth?
no.
Gin?
There is a gin.
There's a gin. Okay, so there we go. So one more.
One more thing.
One more thing. Not twiggy. Twiggy adjacent. Herbal.
Yes.
But that's a loose definition.
It's a loose yes.
A liqueur.
No.
A syrup?
No.
What? A wine?
No.
Another base spirit?
No.
What else is there? What am I? What? Not a liqueur.
No.
Well, what else is there? Sorry, what am I missing?
I'm going to blow your mind. Think non-alcoholic.
Shut up. So not a juice of something,
No.
and not a sugar syrup.
Not a syrup.
A fucking milk. What?
There is no milk in this, I promise you.
Water? Like a cordial.
No.
So not a sugar syrup. Not like a fizzy drink.
Nope.
What? Not a juice. Not a fizzy drink. Not a cordial. Not a sugar syrup. Is there something else really obvious that I'm missing?
Yes.
What? Shut up. There isn't. Just the tears of Jesus? I don't know. What? Not a water. Not water.
Think of the name of the cocktail.
Breakfast. An English or breakfast?
Either work.
What? E-B. What? English. Tea?
Tea.
Oh, fuck off. What?
Tea. Cold English breakfast tea.
Shut up.
Yep, this is why I came in and put the kettle on.
I was wondering why you were making a tea.
I needed cold tea.
I just assumed you were making yourself a little coffee or something while you were going to change.
No, I needed cold tea for this.
Was that what that smell was that I couldn't place earlier?
No, I don't think so.
That was just weird.
Tea.
That was just
That's
me.
Just you.
That was just me. Fuck. What? What? Mind blown. Wait, hang on. I would never have guessed there's tea in there.
But I wouldn't have guessed there's elderflower in there. Because I usually find elderflower really overpowering.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the elderflower.
And there's a decent quantity in this. But for some reason,
and lemon.
It makes it
tea.
Yeah, with the tea, and it makes it into orange.
It does. It bloody does.
So
English breakfast tea.
English breakfast, yeah.
No milk, obviously.
No milk.
No milk or sugar.
No, just a black tea.
I am mind blown, blown away.
No, it was
with
good.
That.
I was surprised.
That is insane.
I thought because there's equal parts gin and elderflower in this, and I thought the elderflower was going to be really overpowering, but it's not at all.
It's delicious. That's one of the most surprisingly nice cocktails we've had in a while.
A good, summery, lovely.
You serve that to someone on the veranda.
Exactly, you would.
Everyone would be like, "Oh, another one of those."
And that probably make a good punch type thing.
Yes.
For a
big
summer's
bowl.
Afternoon in a big bowl.
Exactly, and it's not too strong because gin's the only thing.
It's got gin, elderflower's got a bit of booze in it.
Yeah, the elderflower liqueur. Yeah.
That's got a bit boozy, but then you've got a lot of tea in there and the ice from the shaking, so liquid waters it down. So it's not overly
like
strong.
A cool tea, like you would have on a veranda, an iced tea. Americans, be careful of iced tea because that's like a sweet tea that's really sweetened.
Yes,
so
this is quite a black, sharpy tea.
English breakfast tea. Cooled down.
Yes.
All right. I like it.
Oh, I'm glad.
That is a roaring success.
Hurrah.
Rustle up some sausages and we're all right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if only there was a sausage on the side.
And it should be served with a sausage.
It should be served with a sausage. And then it would be perfect English breakfast.
Well, with an English breakfast firmly in hand.
Yep.
Lovely, lovely trip.
Lovely trip.
Fanning ourselves beautifully as we go along. Is it time for a story, Nick?
It is time for a story.
Hooray.
And we're not in England at all.
Oh, God.
We're going to America.
Way.
Now, there's an American breakfast, but that was bourbon based. And we've had a lot of bourbon drinks.
We'll make that in the break.
So I thought,
Do you still have tea?
Yes, there's still some tea there.
It's the same thing with bourbon.
No, it's completely different.
I don't want it then.
Yeah.
Or maybe I do, depending how bad this story is.
It's a fantastic story. So we're off to America. We're off to Newport. It's a fancy, fancy place. Getaway for the wealthy and
Newport.
rich and lovely and spendy.
Newport's in which state?
Rhode Island.
But there was nothing exciting about that. I just wanted to know. I just was asking. I was like, "Where's that?"
Where the rich and wealthy of New York go for their summer holidays.
Yes, isn't it the sort of the Kennedys go there or something like that?
And have all their cottage. They call them cottages, but they're actually
huge
15-bedroom mansions and things. Oh, we're going to our wee little cottage.
Okay.
In Newport. So it's a very, very fancy place and home to Benjamin Burton. Not to be confused with Benjamin Button, who's a very different person.
No, he's having troubles with his clothes.
Yes, so this
because
is
he's aging.
Burton. Now, Benjamin Burton had arrived in Newport in 1845.
Okay.
He was 19 at the time. He was from Connecticut. And he was there looking for work and looking to make a name for himself and looking to make a life. And he's a chap who's not afraid of hard work. And
I love the people who are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Take
afraid
this hammer.
I'm afraid of hard work.
No, you're not.
Well, I mean, manual labour, don't like that.
Manual labour, yes. You're very handsy. Sorry. No, hands-on. I mean, that's why people are afraid of you.
You're very good. I thought I had, but okay.
You're very good at practical stuff. You're very, very good at it, but for a very set period of time.
Yes, for 20 minutes once a year.
Then you need to sit down and I keep going.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yes, I'm very much afraid of hard work. But he's not.
He's not. No,
he's not.
Conquered his fears.
And he finds his first job as a teamster. This is a chap who drives wagons.
What?
Back then he was a chap who basically led a horse and carriage or horse and wagons delivering things around.
Drove them?
Yeah, but they were called teamsters.
Okay.
And
he was standing in front of the horse.
He delivered coal and cargo from the harbour to businesses and to the wealthy homes when they were coming out for the summer and such like. And he stuck at it for several years. He stuck at it and he saved and he saved and he saved and he saved. Very, very
Clever
frugal
boy.
man, saving his money. And eventually he had set enough aside to be able to open his own haulage company. So he has seen that this is big business. Is this funny?
Just the way you said haulage company. At first I thought it was whores, and then I went,
yes.
Oh no, he had his own Horlicks company.
He set up first a brothol.
I didn't say
and then
it.
he was making a tasty hot beverage.
That's why I laughed and didn't say anything, because in my head I was like, Sinead, none of that's right. And then eventually I got to haulage.
He was hauling ledges. Okay.
People need ledges. They're right.
A lot of people need ledges. So at this point, Newport was becoming more and more popular with, say, New York's wealthy. So a lot of people pretty much moved their entire home there for the summer.
Yeah.
So people, shipping loads and loads of stuff. So, and he became the go-to sort of chap for the rich New Yorkers. When they arrived, right, okay, we need to get Benjamin and his company, because he knew they would take great care of their property and things like that.
Preferred customers.
And they would deliver it well and on time and stuff like that. All his carriages were painted green. And they became a common sight, sort of on the streets in Newport, sort of delivering, piled with furniture and fancy things, delivering them to the grand mansions. And his business flourished.
Yeah, and imitation people painting their little cards green, stuff falling off it, falling apart.
Yeah, and his business went really, really, really well. And it meant his hard work, and he was a very outgoing and cheerful chap, and he really endeared himself. And he was soon the favoured expressman for the rich and wealthy. And being so in demand made him very wealthy himself. And he became known as the richest black man in Newport.
Oh, nice.
So he was a very, very wealthy, self-made man. Incredibly successful. He married Roseanne Babcock, and the couple went on to have 2 daughters, Maria and Emmy.
Lovely.
Now, Roseanne died in 1880, unfortunately, leaving Benjamin and his 2 daughters. But his wealth ensured they had everything they should. They did not want for anything. They had a lovely home in the very nicest of neighbourhoods. They had servants and staff to sort of look after them and look after the girls. It was all very lovely. But Benjamin never forgot his more humble beginnings, really. And he used some of the profits of his business to help others. He established the first horse-drawn public bus line in Newport. So just for the good of the common people, he established this bus service. Which enabled more isolated areas to become populated, because now they were on a bus lane and stuff like that. So with his help, exactly. So with his help for the working classes, he's well liked by the wealthy as well. He enjoys goodwill and respect all around, really. It's
like Christmas every day.
Exactly.
For him.
He's just a nice. Everyone loves him. He's very jolly.
Good for him.
Things don't work out well for him. Let's just say that. Let's just say that now.
No, please let it be that he lived happily ever after. He seems like a lovely man.
It was the morning of Tuesday the 6th of October, 1885.
Okay,
and the town is busy with the hustle and bustle of getting ready for the day, when suddenly the busyness of the morning is pierced with a scream. A harsh, horrible scream as a young woman bursts from the doorway of 63 Levin Street. The woman runs into the street, pointing back towards the house and shouting, "Father has killed himself.
Oh no.
Go and get somebody." Now, obviously, people go, "What's going on here?" And neighbours and passers-by flock to the woman, many of them who recognise this as Maria Burton, the eldest daughter of Benjamin. No. Several people venture into the house where she's still pointing and sobbing, and they make their way into the parlour, where they find Benjamin Burton sprawled on the floor by the breakfast table. One of the men steps forward and checks Benjamin's wrist for a pulse, and he finds nothing.
Oh no.
And sort of steps away. Outside, someone has flagged down a passing police officer.
Is it breakfast table?
This is breakfast table.
Is that breakfast?
There's more to come about the breakfast.
Okay, good.
But this is the first mention of the breakfast.
That's the first breakfast that we've had. Good, because I would be disappointed if there wasn't more breakfast.
There's more breakfast to come.
Yay! But also, oh no, he's dead.
He is dead.
There I am. There. What of the breakfast?
What happened to the breakfast?
What of the breakfast?
What about the sausages and the eggs and the loveliness?
If I'd got in there, I'd be like, "It's so sad. There's
so
man
sad.
been killed.
Can't let this go to waste.
Do you have any toast? All right, for God's sake, get the butter. You call these sausages?"
Outside, someone had flagged down a passing police officer who was on his rounds, and he immediately took charge of events.
You'd hope.
Yeah, and he did. He was like,
You
no,
didn't walk
okay,
in and go,
I am-
fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yep, no, he was like, right, okay, I'm in charge. This is what's happening. He sends one chap to go and summon a doctor.
Good.
Go find a doctor, and then he ventures inside.
Does he find someone else to go, more butter?
Yes, make me more toast. Where's
more
the
toast.
tea? I want a coffee.
Put on a pot of coffee.
He clears out. He goes into the house and he clears out the people who have sort of gone in to go, ooh, let's have a look. Of which there are many. So it's like, get the fuck out, get the fuck out.
Good for
So he clears them all out. And then he goes into the kitchen and he sees the body of Benjamin lying on the floor. A couple of chaps are still in there, and the police officer instructs them to lift Benjamin off the floor and put him on the kitchen table so they can get a better view, a better look of what's going on. The doctor arrives quite quickly, and he does a brief examination, which reveals 2 bullet wounds. One to the back of the head, just above the right ear, and a second to the left side of his chest. He also notes a half-chewed piece of bread still inside the dead man's mouth.
Mid-nibble.
Mid-nibble on his morning toast, indeed. And the doctor thinks, well, it's curious for a man potentially to shoot himself while still chewing his morning toast. I think it's
not funny.
It's an odd way of doing things, but that's for the coroner to work that bit out. That's for the coroner.
Exactly.
But
Don't ask questions.
He notes it in his
He's just
report.
like, this toast is underdone. I will kill myself.
The coroner also soon arrives on the scene. This is a well-known man, so people are rushing to see what's going on.
Big deal.
And he is eager to speak with the members of Burton's family to find out exactly what has happened this morning. Before he jumps to any conclusions, he needs to hear what's been going on.
You really don't want a coroner to jump to conclusions.
Well, exactly, and he's not going to. Now, eldest daughter, 24-year-old Maria. Now, she's a married woman, so she's actually Maria Dorsey at this point. Mm-hmm. Now, she has said that she had been with a neighbour, and she had heard what sounded like gunshots from her house next door. And hearing this, she had rushed into the parlour from next door and had discovered her father lying on the floor, at which point shouting and pointing ensued on the street.
Immediately suspicious. To me, I'm just saying.
Maria's husband, now they've only been married 3 months. This is a chap called Alan Dorsey. They've been married 3 months, and he is living in the Burton house. And he said he was upstairs. He was feeling poorly that morning, so he was actually upstairs in bed. He said he heard a couple of bangs, but he thought they were like people slamming doors and stuff like that. So he didn't really take much. He didn't take much notice of anything.
That's more plausible.
Yeah,
because a gunshot sounds like in my extensive experience, but it'd be like a pop. Like, so you're at neighbour's house, you're running back over gunshots, unless it's a double-barreled shotgun.
So so Alan's like, I'm sorry, I assumed it was a door. So
he's very lazy and goes, someone's being shot downstairs. Well, I'm very comfy.
I ignored it.
Yeah. And also you would.
Well, you would, absolutely.
You're like, I don't want to get
someone else
involved.
will deal with it. And then we have the final member of the family. This is 18-year-old Emmy, so the youngest daughter. Now, she said she couldn't remember exactly where she had been. She'd either been in the bedroom, she was in a bedroom, but she'd also been up into the attic that morning, looking for some bits and pieces. I mean, either way, she hadn't heard anything from where she was.
You know where you are.
Yeah, so she was I would have been in the bedroom or up in the attic. I can't remember where I was. The coroner sort of asked them all about Benjamin's state of mind, really. So how had he been over the past few days? And each of the family members describe Benjamin as being thoroughly depressed.
Oh no!
In the past few weeks or so, he has been thoroughly miserable. And both the daughters actually tell the coroner that that Benjamin had confided in them that he did not expect to live that much longer.
Oh.
He did not think he was going to live that much longer. And apparently his prediction had come true. They believed that their father, had taken his own life.
Right.
Because he was so depressed and so very, very miserable. Apparently he had been depressed for quite some time since his wife has passed. Now this was still a couple of years.
Quite a few years ago.
Still a few years ago. But he had never really got over the loss of his wife. And had in the past few weeks had been exceptionally depressed.
It's just feeling a little bit convenient, isn't it?
So...
And I may be proved wrong. I do this all the time while watching stuff on TV. Clearly, this. Oh no, they had nothing to do with it. Okay, fine.
So they think, oh God, he's at this. His prediction of not being around has actually come true. He's actually done it. He's actually he's taken his own life.
It's not so much a prediction, more as I'm telling you this is going to happen.
So and it has happened. So I think, oh shite, we didn't think it was that bad. Now the coroner, who knew Benjamin in passing, sort of not well, but he had known about him, was a bit surprised to hear that, because he'd always heard of Benjamin as a very cheerful and jovial man.
But you don't know?
Well, exactly. The coroner said exactly that. Well, you don't know what's going on in people's lives, sort of things. People put up a front and what have you. And I didn't know him that well, so perhaps, he may well have been feeling like this. And he's got no reason really to doubt what the family are telling him about Benjamin's state of mind and how he had been recently and what he had said. So has no issue really declaring Benjamin's death as a suicide. He has very tragically taken his own life.
Gunshot wounds. He shot himself twice.
He shot himself twice, it would seem.
In the chest and the head.
Well, one didn't do it. So while eating toast,
while eating toast, you shoot yourself in the chest. Don't go into shock. But then still have the strength in your wrist to then shoot yourself in the head.
Apparently so, and this is what is decided.
Okay, I mean, like we've had worse ones where they've gone suicide with the axe in the head. Yes, right.
And by that evening, the news of Benjamin's death is all over town. It's made it into the evening editions of the papers, and the description of Benjamin as depressed and suicidal. Now that it comes as a great surprise to many people who read this, I say, who've always known him as this very jolly and happy man. The last person anyone really thought about would actually do something this drastic, but the family obviously know him better, so people sort of go, okay. Well, if that's what the coroner has decreed as well, then that must be what it is. But thankfully, not everyone is so convinced. There's one person who goes, no.
Okay.
Benjamin's sister-in-law.
Yeah, good for her.
Emily Burton. She was married to Benjamin's brother. Benjamin's brother had passed away. But Emily was still around. And she does not accept things quite so easily. She is like, no, I knew my brother-in-law, known him for many years. He is not one that was going to take this sort of action.
She's either the great hero of this story or real busybody.
I think
the sister-in-law, I knew him better than anyone. I knew him better than his family, his own children. Yeah. I know. Oh, please.
I mean,
shut up.
She is apparently, in some of the articles I read about this, she is known as someone who she gets stuff done. Probably by making a real pain in the arse of herself by the sounds of it. But she makes people pay attention.
An in-law.
So she's not afraid to stick her neck out and go,
let's see what happens.
This is nonsense. So she, upon hearing about the death of Benjamin, she goes straight away to view the body. She goes straight to where
knocking the kids out of the way,
or the funeral home to view the body, and she sees a brother-in-law, and from there she goes straight away to find the police officer who had been there that morning.
Nice.
And she asks him directly if there's a chance that he thinks Benjamin was murdered. What do you think as a policeman? What do you think?
She's a sister-in-law in like an ITV drama,
yes.
Isn't she? She's been sitting around and going, I reckon she's been poring over those true crime books and those penny dreadfuls. She reckons something.
Absolutely.
I love her.
And as the days a couple of days flip past, she's now not the only one who's starting to ask questions. Sort of the initial shock around town is sort of starting to wear off. People start to think, had Benjamin really killed himself? He'd always seemed so jovial and happy, going down the street, saying hi to people.
Yeah.
So such a lovely chap. The more people thought about it, the more preposterous it seemed that he would have taken this sort of action. And the more the rumours spread and gossip starts to grow, things start to focus in on the newest member of the family, People start gossiping about one particular chap in Possible, Alan Dorsey, the new husband of Maria. People start whispering about him.
Well, I mean, I guess you're the interloper.
Yeah, he was brand, he was
husband.
new on the scene. And until he arrived, everything seemed to be going so well. So what has he done? What has he done? So Alan and Maria had been married for about 3 months at this point. And yeah, rumours are things are already looking a bit rocky. Things aren't looking great in this relationship. He was originally from Pennsylvania, and he was a very learned chap. He had graduated from Lincoln University, and he was on track to become one of the country's first black surgeons. He was really highly educated, highly ambitious, and so going through his final years at medical school to earn these qualifications. But there is one thing stopping him getting where he wants to go.
Okay.
He is absolutely skint. He is broke, absolutely broke. During the holidays from university, he works as a waiter in Newport to earn what he can, and this is where he meets young Maria Burton. Now she is eminently eligible, a very well-to-do young lady, from a well-respected, quite wealthy family. Yeah. And he's like, oh, I'm in here. She was
that voice.
Exactly in that voice. Yeah. She was exactly what Alan needed. And after, the courtship was several years, so this wasn't a flash in the pan sort of thing. So it was several years. But the pair had married in June that year, so that's June 1885. And Alan really cannot believe his luck.
But it's a prosperous job. I mean, like a lot of people, again, if you're not from money.
Yeah.
And you're going to be a doctor and everything. Yes, you're going to earn a pretty penny when you qualify.
Absolutely.
If you're not going to be supported along the way.
Yeah. He's done.
I'm not saying like
well
just marry anyone for any reason, but if it's a good match.
Yes, it's a good match. He's certainly got good prospects in the future and things. At the moment, skint, but he's got he's got a career. He seems to be going places. Absolutely. I mean, what's even better that as part of this marriage to Maria, which supposedly is very, very good, is that Benjamin has promised a dowry. Benjamin is going to hand over some cash as well as Maria.
Nice.
Have my daughter and a pile of money. So,
that's what everyone wants.
As was the style for many, many years.
Dowries are still there, aren't they?
Yeah, indeed. And Alan's like, well, fantastic. This money will get me through the rest of medical school and will help me set up my own practice. And once I'm set up, the money will start flowing in.
Of course.
Brilliant. This is brilliant. His future is now secure, really, with this match. And now he has absolutely no intention of returning to the menial jobs of waiting in hotels and in restaurants and things like that. I ain't doing that anymore. Yeah. So he spends much of the summer sort of lounging in bed. In Benjamin's house. He parades around town. He makes use of Benjamin's carriages sort of to run his own errands and stuff like that.
You're not qualified yet, mate.
Yeah, which starts to slightly grate somewhat on Benjamin. And they get married, and he's due to go off back to medical school in the fall. But in those few months while we're waiting for that, he is very, I'll just wait. I don't need to do anything. I can just swan around the place, have a lovely time, living pretty much off on Benjamin's dime.
Yeah.
And after all that, Benjamin starts having second thoughts, really, about the suitability of this man for his daughter. I mean, it's a bit bloody late now they're married. So there's not a huge amount he can do about it. But what he does decide is to hold off on paying the dowry.
No, dear.
He decides to withhold this money.
Oh dear.
And he is complaining to Alan, well, you are costing me an absolute fortune. The household expenses have gone through the roof since you've been in, since you've lived here. So until you're out and you got your own place, you ain't seeing a penny from me because I'm paying through the nose for your lifestyle as it is. And he goes on to say Alan is nothing more than a highly educated pauper.
That's a cutting remark, isn't it? Yeah.
His concerns continue to grow, really. It turns out that a week before his suicide, he had paid a visit to his sister-in-law, Emily, and asked whether she knew anything about an anonymous letter that he had received. The letter had accused Maria of borrowing money under false pretenses. his daughter. Now, Emily was forced to admit that, I have heard this rumour. And she knew firsthand of Alan and Maria's financial shenanigans, really. So she told Benjamin that earlier that year, before the wedding, Alan had written to her and requested a loan of $125.
Oh.
So before the wedding. Now, Emily had refused this request.
Yeah.
Said, no, that's not going to happen. No. Only to hear that a few weeks later, Maria had actually borrowed the same amount from a cousin in New York.
Oh, dear.
So, I mean, that's about $4,000 in today money. So it's not an insubstantial sum.
But did love the fact that he went to our little detective.
He went to her. He went to sister-in-law.
He knew that she had all the gossip.
Yeah.
That she knew everything. What do you reckon to this? Well, I have heard some things. Also because I've been investigating all of this.
Yes, she would have heard all the things. Maria had borrowed this money from the cousin, and she'd also promised that the money would be repaid as soon as the dowry is paid. You'll get your money back.
But this is greed coming in, isn't it? It's like borrow and live above your means.
Yeah. More recently, Emily says, as that she had heard that Maria had concocted a dreadful story. She had been telling people that she had a relative who had committed a murder.
What?
And that this relative was in need of money to flee the country.
Oh, dear.
So she was going around collecting donations for this supposed relative. Now, thankfully, not many people had donated, but some had.
Some had.
And she'd raised about $100 or so for this supposed murderous relative, who never existed, obviously.
Oh, I've got. My car broke down, and I just need £5 to get a taxi back to it to get the thing, and I'll give me your address. I'll pay you back. I'm a Christian.
Yeah, all that sort of thing. Now, hearing what his daughter had been doing, what Alan had been doing, Benjamin is furious. He's absolutely livid, and he confronts Maria about what he's been told, about what Emily has told him. And she denies any such activities. Didn't happen at all. But Benjamin is convinced that this is true. That this actually happened. And he demands that Maria and Alan leave the house. You've got to go. And then days later, Benjamin Burton apparently kills himself.
Well,
I think it's time for a break.
I think it is. Nick, we have our drinks.
We do.
I have some cheese.
You have some cheese.
I did get some cheese. What on earth is going on?
What's going on?
It's worrying.
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, father and daughter, blazing row.
Yes, big rows.
And then he's dead.
Dead as a doornail.
Yeah. Now, rumours around what's actually going on with Benjamin's death, they have split the town in two. Sort of half believe that yes, it was suicide, as the family say, as the coroner says it's suicide. The other half go, no, they've done him in. He was murdered. And many of those who had known Benjamin well were sort of making inquiries and comparing notes about the goings on in the Burton's house. While some residents of the town are absolutely convinced that Alan Dorsey was involved in the death. Others believe that he had taken his own life. One of Alan's most ardent supporters was a man named George Downing, and he is one of the most influential civil rights leaders in the country at this point. Yeah. So he's a very, very well-respected, well-known man, and people listen to what he's got to say. And he is writing things in the paper. He is about how this is nonsense. Alan Dorsey, he is a respectable man. He's going to be one of the country's first black surgeons. He nonsense that he did all this sort of stuff. And as the sort of the debate gets louder and louder, really, eventually someone in authority starts really questioning the likelihood of suicide and how plausible all this. And this chap who sort of spearheads this front is an attorney by the name of Patrick Galvin. Now, he is convinced that Burton has been murdered. Yeah. And he believes that there should be a formal inquest into his death. And as the rumours of foul play sort of just grow and grow and
Yeah.
grow. The authorities are actually they are forced to act, and the Attorney General orders the exhumation of Benjamin's body. Okay, we're gonna get to this one way or the other.
Yeah.
So dig him up, and we'll carry out.
We'll double check.
We'll get a post-mortem, and we'll do an inquest, and we shall find out for sure what's going on. During the autopsy, the doctors, they find no trace of gunpowder burns around the wounds.
Oh, so not point blank then.
Yeah, which would have been telltale if it had point blank range. And the original doctor's notes about the unchewed bread sort of come to the surface again, suggesting it probably more likely that Benjamin had been holding a piece of toast than a gun.
Yeah, you're not gonna shoot yourself before you've enjoyed the lovely toast.
Eat your last piece of toast and then shoot yourself if you need to.
Eat it and then swallow and enjoy and savour the buttery goodness.
Yes, halfway through eating your breakfast toast, then you shoot. So this sort of resurfaces.
No toast can be that bad.
Yeah, well, that's very true. An inquest follows, and it lasts about 4 days. 62 witnesses sort of come forward and present evidence. I mean, every witness really gives a different account of Burton's state of mind and his financial situation. When the doctors are called to give their sort of testimony, they all note the oddness of the uneaten toast, uneaten bread, and also they point out that the gunshot wound to the chest would have been instantly fatal. So if it was suicide, then he must have shot himself in the head, which didn't quite do it,
Right.
and then shot himself in the chest. Which is quite the feat to accomplish, really. Not beyond the realms of possibility, they say.
Not
but
beyond the realms of possibility that you shoot yourself in the head, that it has no shock factor whatsoever. It sort of rattles around your head and you go, oh, and then you shoot yourself in the head. So there is going to be no recoil where you drop the gun.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. I mean, it's a freak accident, a freak occurrence on many levels.
Yeah.
But no.
So I mean, after this doctor's testimony, Patrick Galvin, who's sort of like now he's been named as like the prosecution for this whole thing, he turns his attention to sort of trying to identify the person or people most likely responsible for carrying out this crime, and he calls his star witness, Emily Burton. Dear old sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law.
She tells the jury about Maria and Alan's money troubles, and then the neighbour testifies about overhearing this heated argument between Maria and her father days before her death. This must have been motive to do away with Benjamin. Ultimately, the coroner does rule that Benjamin Burton had died of 2 shots fired by person or persons unknown. He refuses to name the suspects as Maria and Alan. It rules out suicide. Good, but it doesn't identify the probable killers.
No.
So Patrick Galvin, who sort of spearheaded this prosecution, he's disappointed at this result, but not deterred. It's now it's a murder. We know that, and now we just need to prove who it was, and he's still convinced, absolutely, that it is Alan. And he reviews the testimony and the statements that have been given, and he focuses on the youngest daughter, Emmy, and also the neighbour who has provided Maria's alibi. She was there when she heard the shots. Under questioning, Emmy's brought in for questioning, and under this scrutiny and under the threat that, well, if you tell us a lie, you're going down for perjury.
Yeah.
Emmy changes her story, saying that she had heard the shots after all.
Yeah.
And that they had happened, well, seconds before Maria had started screaming and shouting.
Right, okay, so implying she was there. Because the story of her being upstairs or in the attic or somewhere in the top of the house is a bit weird. Yeah.
She was in the house, she had heard
it.
And Maria had started screaming pretty much straight away. Now, this new timeline absolutely calls into question Maria's version of events, that she was next
in the neighbour's house.
She was in the neighbour's house next door. It would have taken a lot longer than a few seconds for her to run next door, find her father, run out into the street. So Maria no longer has an alibi as to any of this. And due to this new sort of discovery that Maria had obviously lied, both Maria and Alan are arrested.
Yeah.
But they are determined to fight these accusations. They're absolutely adamant that no, this is absolutely nonsense. And they hire a young legal hotshot, Colonel William Payne Sheffield Jr.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
To defend them.
Hotshot lawyer.
Hotshot lawyer, indeed. Mean from a long, long line of lawyers going back to when the earth was young, sort of thing.
Colonel.
Now, with both the Dorseys now arrested and behind bars, youngest daughter Emmy is sent to go and stay with her Aunt Emily. Now, Aunt Emily is adamant that he's been murdered.
Yes.
Benjamin was murdered.
Yeah, she's on quite the warpath.
Yeah, exactly. And a few days after Emmy moves in with her aunt, she suffers a severe lung hemorrhage. And she's admitted to hospital, and many people believe that it was her aunt going, "What's the truth? What's the truth? What's the truth? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened?" Severely impacted Emmy's health.
Jesus, she's just a kid.
Yeah, she's about 18 years old. Yeah, she is in hospital and pretty much on the brink of death, sort of thing. She's really
terrible. Yeah, depending on her involvement, but still,
she is really suffering, and she does fear that she is dying, and knowing that yes, she may well be soon to meet her maker. Emmy begs her aunt to summon Patrick Galvin and the coroner to her bedside.
And I bet her aunt is like, no, tell me first. She's bitter. Maybe that's her last little twist of the knife.
From her supposed deathbed,
okay,
Emmy reveals the truth about what had happened to her father. Alan Dorsey had shot her father while he sat at the breakfast table eating his toast. Maria had been in on the plan all along.
Yeah.
What's more, Emmy confesses that she had been employed to act as a lookout while the shooting took place, so she knew it was going to happen, and she was in on it. She was in on it as well.
Probably forced to be in on it, yeah.
And no doubt. I mean, she had no particular motive, but yeah, she was supposedly in on this plot as well. Now, soon this confession was all over the papers, and a couple of days later, Emmy is wheeled into the courthouse to put this confession on the record in front of a jury, saying that she could not stay quiet any longer, that the guilt was killing her by inches. She says she had to get this off her chest. Now, despite Emmy's rather sort of detailed confession about what had happened, the community still remains divided over their guilt or not. George Downing, sort of the civil rights leader, he continues to sort of stand firmly behind Alan as no, he is innocent, he is a pillar of society, he's all good. He insists that he has no motive to kill Burton. He points to glowing references that he have received. Many people have written in sort of in support of Alan. And his sort of tutors at university and doctors that are sort of training him, going, no, he's a splendid chap.
Yeah, well,
sort of thing. We've got all these recommendations and things, all these glowing references. But this is not enough. And the pair are charged with murder and sent for trial. The prosecution is led by Patrick Galvin and the defence by George Downing. And Patrick realises that, well, separating Emmy from the Dorseys has sort of worked in persuading Emmy to confess to what had happened. So he decides to see if he can sort of replicate the success by separating Maria and Alan.
Okay.
Keep them apart, and maybe one of them will break. And a bit of a surprise twist gives them the opportunity to just do this.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Maria announces that she is pregnant. She is pregnant.
I can see that coming.
And Galvin argues that the local prison is in no way equipped to look after a pregnant lady. She's going to be much, much better off if she's transferred to the state prison, where there are 24-hour matrons and doctors around the clock, so if she needs anything, there's support there. Alan is kept in the local prison, Maria is shipped off to the state prison. The trial finally begins at the end of June, and both the prosecution and defence, they are prepared for like a battle royale, really. They are both absolutely convinced that they are right, and they are going for it. Colonel Sheffield from the defence, he has found witnesses willing to depict Benjamin Burton as a prolific gambler.
Oh, God.
So apparently he's down the bookies every night, they say. He owes us an absolute fortune. He's deep in debt.
So someone else shot him, or that he deserved to die, or
well,
what?
but that he was so deep in debt,
Yes.
and that he had never emotionally got over the death of his wife, that he had taken his own life.
But he hadn't.
Galvin, on the other hand, has witnesses who say, no, he never even looked at the bookie's windows.
No.
He's never gambled in his life. This is not the same man.
Someone else can be like, he was quite happy his wife was dead. No, tone it down a bit. Tone it down a bit.
Yes, calm down. Then comes, the detailed medical evidence. And now both sides have lined up their experts, telling their version of events. Galvin, he has got a slew of hardened Civil War surgeons who were used to treating gunshot wounds on the battlefield and things like that, to say, no, these wounds were not self-inflicted. I know gunshot wounds. I've seen them in battle. These were not self-inflicted.
Okay. Battle wounds not the same as self... Okay,
yeah,
whatever.
but these are men who command respect and, who aren't squeamish, and they're going to tell it like it is.
Oh, yeah.
That sort of thing.
You can't deny his testimony. No, he's a good, noble man.
Yeah, well, exactly. But I mean, in Sheffield, he has his own doctors, one of whom is a chap called Dr. David Agnew. And this is the doctor who treated President Garfield after he was shot after the assassination attempt.
Yes.
So he is also an incredibly well-respected, sort of revered doctor who is there going, no, absolutely, it was suicide. Obviously it was suicide.
What? What?
Classic suicide. Of shooting yourself in the head and the chest at the same time.
Did this doctor help at all with was this when Garfield died?
A well-known and well-regarded doctor. And he's willing
Is he? I've seen one gunshot wound. It was very weird.
Yep. So these wounds are consistent with suicide. So obviously
Garfield didn't fucking shoot himself, mate.
Both Alan and Maria are sat at the sort of the defence table watching this going on. Maria's got her newborn son. The little boy has been born. She's got her newborn son in her lap while all this is going on. Yeah. And it's obvious to many people this is getting a bit too much of her.
I'm really struggling with this whole case here because it does seem like she fucking did it, but
yeah.
Also, they've got idiots.
They've got a lot of people willing to swear blind. Now, this is classic suicide.
No, I'm starting to doubt it. So I don't know.
But and also, I mean, these medical examiners they're being quite graphic in their descriptions of the wounds and what had happened, and it's obviously affecting her. That evening, Maria sends one of the jailers for her pastor, her spiritual advisor. She summons him, you need to come right now. And when he arrives at the jail, Maria is sitting there waiting for him. And she tells him that she cannot bear sitting in a courtroom another day. No. Well, he tells her, well, this ain't going to be over anytime soon. This is only just starting. There's a chance you're going to be acquitted. There's still a chance you're going to be found not guilty. But Maria breaks down and says that she would never be able to atone for her role in the death of her father. Oh. She needs to confess, and she needs to go to prison for the rest of her life. Okay. She's absolutely, Now, the prosecutor, Galvin, he is summoned. This is right. You need to get over here pretty damn sharpish. Yep. They spend the next few hours, and Maria gives her confession. She describes her husband's fury after learning that Benjamin will not pay the dowry. It turns out that Alan believes that Burton is maliciously withholding the money, preventing him from achieving what he wants to be a surgeon, and Benjamin is standing in his way. Maria says that she initially believed that Alan had married her for love, that they had married because they loved each other, but she had come to realise that it was all about the money. It was about Benjamin's cash. She recounted how Ellen said that he had been duped into marrying her, now knowing that the dowry wasn't coming, that it was all lies. God. And he threatened her with divorce. Yeah. He threatened to divorce her. Now, for Maria, this would be an absolute disaster. Yeah. If they'd be divorced. And she begs her father just to pay the dowry, but her father refuses. Benjamin refuses, saying no. As the start of the academic semester sort of approaches, and Alan is more and more desperate to get his money to pay his tuition, he becomes more frantic. Maria had, as we know, begged, borrowed, and potentially stolen money to fulfill what Alan needed, but he was still not satisfied.
Yeah.
Then he discovers that Benjamin has a rather substantial life insurance policy out.
God.
I think apparently he was going through Benjamin's office and finds the paperwork about this life insurance policy. And when it becomes clear to him that he's not getting a penny any other way,
anytime soon,
he starts this plan to kill Benjamin. Maria begs him not to do it, and he calls her chicken-hearted for not going through with it.
For not killing her own father.
For not killing her own father. Not wanting to kill her own father. And it results in, eventually, Alan sneaking up behind Benjamin as he was having his breakfast in the morning, shooting him in the head.
Yeah.
That hadn't done the trick. Benjamin was on the floor, shot him in the chest. When the trial resumes the next morning, this confession is everywhere. Yeah. Everyone knows about this confession. Sheffield, he's rather embarrassed about what's going on, but he is still adamant to defend his one remaining client who hasn't confessed to murder. I mean, he demands the confession being thrown out. A spouse cannot testify against.
Yes,
you cannot testify against your husband on this. So he demands that this is inadmissible. This confession against him. Galvin points out that. Well, it's not inadmissible for the pastor to repeat what he had heard.
Yes.
So the judge goes, yeah, we're still going to hear it. So it's still legitimate.
That's the thing, is that a wife can't be forced to testify against her husband.
Yeah, well,
so you don't have to.
At the time, I think is anything a wife says cannot be used
She's a girl.
Incriminate her husband.
Yeah.
The judge throws this out because many other people have heard this confession. It was not just a one-on-one thing. Many other people have heard this. So no, okay. The confession is out there. Sheffield realizes, shit, this ain't going well, and he says that while the defense rests the case, they present no further witnesses, no further evidence or anything like that. Alan sits next to his attorney, and apparently he's quite calmly sort of cleaning his nails with his penknife.
Can imagine.
So just quite casual. The jury leave the courtroom for their deliberations, and Alan sits at the defence table and he's flicking through a New York newspaper, finding articles about the case and things, finding articles about him, about the trial.
Oh my God.
It doesn't take the jury long to come back, really.
Nice.
And both Alan and Maria are found guilty, and they are sentenced to life imprisonment. The morning after sentencing, Alan confesses to his jailer. Yes, he had killed Burton. But he insisted that they had got the motive all wrong. It was yes. He says, what my controlling motive was, no living person knows and never will. That shall go with me a secret to my grave.
Yeah,
but it wasn't the money.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit, you controlling little shit. You know that you're going to jail for life.
Yeah.
So you've got to try and get a bit of control back.
As in, like,
no, I know something and you won't. Yeah, we don't care. Yeah. We don't care.
Yeah. Maria's baby was taken away from her and put up for adoption.
Yeah, I mean, rightly so.
Yeah, she's in prison for the rest of her life.
Yeah, she's killed it.
Yeah, but losing a child, she falls very ill. She contracts consumption, and she dies about a year or so later.
I mean, it does sound like she's been in a very toxic, controlling relationship, and there's no excuse for murder. Yeah. But she's not had a good time. She's not had a good time of it.
But when Alan hears his wife is on death's door, he requests permission from the warden to go and visit her, which is granted. And he sits next to his dying wife, and he tells her he needs a favour.
Fuck right off.
He wants Maria to sign a document saying it was all her idea and to take full responsibility for her father's death, so that he can now apply for a pardon.
Oh my God.
Apparently to his actual surprise,
wife,
she refuses.
Good for fucking her. Good for her.
He's taken aback by her refusal.
But he's such an arrogant, oh my God. What arrogant piece of shit is basically, before you die, do me this last favour. Look, you're on your way out anyway, babe. So clear my name. Why wouldn't you do that? What a piece of shit.
He spends the next 25 years in prison. He makes several unsuccessful attempts to appeal. He is eventually released in 1912. He moves to New York City, where he works as a waiter until he passes away in 1918 at the age of 60.
Wow.
And the story of the definite murder of Benjamin Burton of Rhode Island.
Whoa. Oh, it was a good story.
Yeah, twisty
Juicy
turny.
one. Yeah, nice twisty tale, but lots of elements to it,
Yeah.
and all the people changed around. Yeah, like, oh, what a shit.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he was a
Alan was
nasty piece of work.
Nasty piece of work. And oh, God, a real case of seemingly controlling everyone around them. But yeah.
And just for his
Speaks
ambition,
volume.
I need this. Because
But
I'm going to be a surgeon. I'm going to be fantastic.
Greed, the greatest poison of them all, isn't it? Just, rocking up and going, well, I want to have this lifestyle. But then I suppose, there's a tiny bit of, if you are going to be the first black surgeon.
Yeah.
From the area, I think there were before. I don't know if it was in the entirety of
Well,
America.
in the country, the reports say, one of the first in the country.
Wow.
So, yeah.
But if you're going to do that, and then you are obviously surrounded by people who are privileged and who have come from money and who can go and then put themselves through medical school and everything and enjoy the benefit of that and enjoy that. If you have to work and work and work, but he's not working and working. He may be talented and he may be doing that, but then he's relying on other money. He's hoping to have that kind of lifestyle. Yeah. And it's like, well, keep working hard, mate.
Earn it.
This isn't you're not entitled to anything. Yeah. Some people obviously do, and probably if he's been rubbing shoulders with other medical students, probably sees a lot of entitlement.
Oh, for
Doesn't
sure.
mean you fucking shoot someone, does it? And then manipulate your wife and your sister-in-law into it. Good for the other sister-in-law who was just like, I will solve this crime.
Yeah,
Love
Emily,
her.
absolutely. She was
she's a Jessica Fletcher. We love her.
Oh, she really is. She got very much that vibe.
Love it.
Yep.
Oh, good. Well, what do you think, people? What do you think of the story of the horrors at Rhode Island, of this terrible, terrible murder and the family? What do you think of Emily, our little mini detective? What do you think of Alan, the shit? What do you think of the various arguments that were being bandied around about the murder and the various motives and the defence's line that no, it definitely was suicide. Maybe there's a freak accident we haven't thought of. Tell us what you think. Jump on the comments of this episode, share your thoughts, your feelings, your musings, but most importantly, do rustle yourself up an English breakfast.
An English breakfast cocktail. That was it's delightfully delicious.
Make a pot of tea. Have a cup
Add
early.
some gin.
Have the hot tea, then leave some of the tea in the teapot, fish out the bags, don't let it stew. And then put other shit in there?
Yeah, exactly. Put a bit of gin, a bit of elderflower, a bit of lemon. Oh. Delightful time for all.
It does sound like a lovely... Yeah, that is a good sunny afternoon.
Sunny afternoon, yeah, exactly. Sunny afternoon in the garden sort of thing. Have some of that. So, so the recipe will be out shortly. We are working on getting the website up to date, so the cocktails will be there.
Woo!
So you'll be able to enjoy this one, but the recipe can be found online. Definitely. Give it a go, especially coming into this glorious summery weather.
Do let us know any cocktails you have been enjoying, any new creations that you've made or that you've discovered on your travels to various bars or to one or other bar, however many bars you're visiting. It's all
All
good.
the bars.
Keep sending us suggestions of stories we can be covering in the future, whether they are murdery, whether they are poisony, whether they are crimey, they are just weird history. We would love to hear from you. You can message us on social media, you can send us an email, and you can, of course, message us on Patreon, where you get extra episodes and content from the Poisonous Cabinet every single week. Thanks for listening, guys. We have been the people inside the Poisonous Cabinet. We will see you next week. And remember, your loved ones are trying to kill you.
Bye.